Assalamu alaikum 8th class. I hope you are doing good. Yesterday we have discussed in our previous lecture we have discussed the printf, the scanf functions and the operators that we use in C language. Now we are going to discuss the functions in C. So basically functions are the block of statements that perform a specific task and that will return some result, right? So basically there are two types of functions we have in C. Number one is the built-in functions and number two is the user-defined function. Built-in functions are basically these are the functions that are already defined in the computer, right? Means these functions are already defined in our header files. Means these functions are predefined. For example, as we have discussed yesterday in our previous lecture, the printf and scanf functions. These are the basically built-in functions. Scanf is used to input data. This function is used for inputting the data and printf function is used for output. So these are the functions that are already defined in the header files, right? So these are called as the built-in functions, and user defined functions are the functions that is defined by the users, right? So this is the difference between the built-in functions and the user defined functions. Now what is the syntax of the function? Firstly, there is the return type, that is the return type of the output, right? That is the function name, and then we have the data type of input, right? And that is the code to be executed. This is the syntax of a function. Now we are going to discuss the example of it. For example, this is a header file, include str.h, int is the return type, add number is the function name, and these are the parameters. Parameters basically are the input, and this int is the data type of the input, means a and b. So in this section we are calling our function, right? This section is called as the function protocol, and the second half of the program is called as the function calling. Means we are calling our function int n1 n2. We are taking three variables of int data type. Then we are using the built-in function printf, that is enter two numbers. This function is used for printing the output, right? Second, and then we are using the scanf function. This function is used for the input, right? So we are using here sum is equals to add numbers n2 n1. Add number is basically the name of our function, and it means that we are calling our function. In the third half of that, we are defining our functions. Means we are doing the int add numbers int a and b. This is the return type of the output, this is the name of the function, and this is the int data type of the input a and b. And there we are defining our functions. Means we are taking fourth variable result of int data type, int result is equals to a plus b. There we are defining our function, and we will get the result. Means it will return our result value. Means if, for example, if we enter 1 as value of a and b as value of means 2, so 1 plus 2 3, so we will get the return result, so we will get the output 3, right? Now we are discussing the function prototype. Now what is function prototype? Basically it specifies the name, the data type, the return type, and the data type of the parameters, right? Means int add numbers int a add b. This specifies name, parameters, and return type. This is the return type of the output, right? Add number is the name of the function, and int a int b are the parameters. Parameters means inputs, right? A and b are the input of data type int. So first it has the value name of the function, add numbers, right? And then the return type of the function is int, and two arguments of type int are passed to the functions, means the inputs, right? Now we need to know what is calling a function. The control of the program is transferred to the user defined function by calling it in the program function. So all the control is transferred in the user defined function, so it is called as calling a function, right? Then we have what is function definition. Now this contains the block of code that is performing the task and it will return a value, right? So this is basically